think that looks right. Hello everyone, it's Laurel, 21-day fibroid fix, coming at you with Tawny.
Hey everybody, I'm Tawny.
This is my dear friend, my beautiful, beautiful goddess friend, and she is a masseuse, but I'm gonna really let her do most of the talking because she's super trained. She knows more than the average masseuse. I don't remember what you called it, but I think you had special training.
Well, I was really lucky.
And this is Poppy,
this
her
is my
daughter. Hi, Cindy.
Girl.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Cindy. Yes, I had some really specialized training when I was young. I was about 17. I was the youngest person in the class. And I remember our massage class was about 10 people. It was a really small school, and they really specialized in having, it was called Healing Hands, and that's the name that I use now is Healing Hands. I got certified from that school, and they're a very small school. We did things in class like massage topless. We did stomach compressions, which I'm gonna show you guys today because those are excellent for fibroid care and just moving and circulating the womb and getting the whole body kind of to the center and have the brain kind of understand that there's fresh oxygen and blood being needed in that area.
Wow.
And it can make your back feel better.
Today I brought some special salve that we made specifically for some fibroid care. There's cannabis, coconut oil, shea butter, and then the essential oils are what make it especially for uterine care. There's clary sage and frankincense and peppermint. So the clary sage is very specific for the uterus. And so when women are going into labor or having menstrual cramps or having fibroid pain, the clary sage really concentrates on the uterus and pain especially. So it will help with circulation. The peppermint's gonna give you that like tingly, good cooling feeling. Okay. And then the cannabis is really infused for anti-inflammation, regulating the neurological system, regulating just our homeostasis as a whole. And our womb, I feel, is like at the center of our body. It's part of our root chakra. It's where a lot of energy is made for our lives. And it's also a really emotional place. That's our center. So if there's any emotional, sexual, traumatic experiences that we've had, which for women in this situation that we live in at this moment, it's probably all of us. All of us have some stress and tension and trauma, and it's okay to acknowledge that we do have that. It's okay that that is going on in our lives, and it is a place that we can kind of hide. Sometimes we feel like it's just gas. Sometimes we feel like maybe we're stressed out and our stomach churns. You know, whenever you hear about stress and tension, it kind of always relates back to the stomach if your stomach doesn't feel good. We've got our little helper right here, and it's really great. But
and I see that Cindy's asked, is there a way to order the salve?
Sure. You can go to Instagram or Facebook, Tawny Harrington, TAWNYHARRINGTON. You are so funny.
We have a ham with us today. We might be vegan, but we have someone who loves being on camera. I love it. You're so gorgeous.
And I just really make small batches. I made 20 of these 2 days ago, specifically for our womb healing intention. And I just would encourage you to use your own essential oils. You can add clary sage and cannabis soaked in and cooked in coconut oil on your own. I did happen to have these awesome little cannabis molds that look extra sweet.
Cool. They're so cute.
So,
oh my gosh.
I would be able to send them out to you if you just give me a little ring on Instagram or Facebook, Tawny Harrington.
Can I ask
I'll send you
how much that would cost? Because
these are 20. These
awesome.
are 20. Really affordable. The trim that I use is all from medicine that's grown on the mountain, and I trade for it, so I'm able to kind of pass that on at a good rate.
You're so awesome. I just love you.
And that's the way our life is meant to work. You know, from our core, we give love, and that's what our womb is meant to be the love for ourselves, for our children, for our families. And so it is a really deep spot for women, for all people. And if there's any fibroids going on, I'd love to show you some specific massage techniques that you can use. I was taught them as a young age, and I've asked many therapists since that time if they've ever had that kind of technique shown to them, and I think it's very rare. So most therapists don't work on breasts, they don't work on the womb. If you have those specific issues, I would, find somebody in your area that can specifically do some womb healing, and basically that's stomach compressions. When we're talking about womb massage, we're going to talk about stomach compressions. And that just means we're going to put slight pressure on the pressure points within the womb, and we're going to go. Pressure. It's subtle at first, and then with the breath, we're going to use time and breath to just sink in pressure into Laurel's womb and kind of sit there and stay with it until the pressure feels like it's eased up, the tension feels like it's relaxed a little bit, and that's something that you can do in your healing schedule, is to add some stomach compressions and to good healthy eating. Like I could do it to myself? It's a little bit hard to do to yourself. Okay. You really need to be kind of passive for this experience. Okay. So you can have a therapist or even a friend or a family member go through this technique with you. It's not hard. It's not extremely complex. It's but it is extremely effective and extremely useful. So if you can implement this, if you have any fibroid issues or womb healing issues, once a month, once a week, once every other week, once a day, however it feels like something that you can stay with. So some structure that you can keep on going.
And then if we have time, we can do the didgeridoo too.
Yeah, I'd love to do the didgeridoo right on Laurel, and so that you'll see how that looks right on your body. I'll use a little bit of sound healing along with a massage. I feel like the tonal energy helps clear the frequencies. We all have fear and strife and trauma in our lives, but for the healing space, we can help to cleanse the area with tones. So we'll use a high-pitched tone. I'll do a little bird song, just because I'd really love to acknowledge the land that we're on, the people that have stewarded the land for thousands of years. They play bird songs. And when I play some bird songs, we're asking for our ancestors, our guides, our angels to just be with us during that healing time. And that high-pitched energy, the birdsong energy, is very, it's definitely a higher tone. Kind of brings your consciousness up. And then as we get into the body and the room, that will bring the energy kind of lower and down to a more bass tone. And at the end, we'll bring that bass tone in really strong with the didgeridoo and go from the feet up and out the head. To just try to clear that energy, bring whatever healing goodness we've had in the womb after the compressions, and just settle it in really nice and deep. So if you guys are ready for that, we can do our stomach compression demonstration. And let us know if you have any questions. We'll be watching, and we can try to answer your questions as they come up. Okay, I'm gonna ask Laurel to just kind of get in this position right here, so her tummy's right here, so everybody can see what those stomach compressions look like.
But it's funny. And it's cute.
You are so cute. So they can see it.
Oh my god.
There's our wonderful salve. I'm going to just exclusively be using this salve for the massage. And you don't need to apply a lot. We'll just apply enough to work on just this abdomen area. Normally this part of the massage comes kind of interspersed within the whole body massage. So let's say you're going for a Swedish massage, a deep tissue massage, Thai massage. You can always ask for stomach compressions. And at first we're just really feeling the muscles in the abdomen very slightly, not too deep. You're going to want to go in a clockwise position. So from whichever way you start going in a clockwise position. You want to keep one hand on the abdomen at all times and keep that connection so that the person feels really secure and kind of knows where you are. At some point you always have to kind of shift this other hand up and around. And just do that as smoothly as you can. You're gonna feel, you know, the abdominal muscles and the direction and kind of feel of the abdomen. Every woman's different. Laurel is quite petite and just beautiful and wonderful. So it's really easy to feel where her abdomen is, where her womb is. When you start to feel like you're ready to move on to the stomach compressions, once you've kind of felt the womb and the abdomen, to find the womb, you kind of take your palm from where the belly button is and get down just maybe one more palm farther. And you feel a little bit of, you know, subtle tension as you go deep. Now when you go deep, I'm not going to go that deep at the moment, but when you start to go deep, my pressure is very light, but I'm going to be wanting to get some pressure right in the womb. So when I'm applying pressure, I'm going to work with Laurel's breath. Laurel's going to take a deep breath in, and then as she breathes out, I'm going to slowly put pressure on that womb just for the duration of her breath, and I'm going to stop there. And then she's going to take another natural deep breath in. I'm going to allow my tension to stay where it was. And as she breathes out, I apply a little bit more pressure. We're going to just continue with Laurel's breathing and apply slightly more pressure with every exhale. And there's been probably 3 exhales where I've applied pressure. Does that feel like a good amount of pressure for you? Mm-hmm. And you can always communicate with your therapist or the person that you're working on. You don't want there to be too much pressure for the person not to be able to breathe, but you do want enough pressure to feel the womb, to feel like you're putting pressure right in that midpoint. And we're gonna just stay there for another 3 breaths. It's been about 2, so this will be our last breath with that amount of pressure. With Laurel's exhale on the next breath, we're gonna slightly take that pressure off. And this is where you feel the beautiful circulation coming into the womb. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that, Laurel?
I sure do. It feels like a whoosh of blood and energy and vibration. Like I can just feel more aware of that area.
Yeah, perfect. So we put pressure. We let the brain and the body and the womb and the heart, we're using all of our senses to let ourselves know we're really concentrating on this area. We're really putting time and attention here, right now with ourselves and with the person with us. And when you release some of that tension, and it's a slow release, with the next out breath, I release a little bit more. So each compression, it will take you a couple minutes to fully be sensitive and conscious and aware of that spot At this point, we are basically not putting any pressure on Laurel's womb. I've let my pressure release with every out breath. So right now we're kind of back to neutral. But she did experience that kind of burst of circulation that happens as you lightly take that pressure away. When you're pushing that tension into that spot, the brain recognizes it and it floods it with fresh oxygen and blood as soon as you take that pressure off. So we are really helping all of the cells, all of the tissues with just more blood and oxygen. Just that in itself can have a great deal of help and relieving of pain, relieving of gas. With fibroids specifically, I've noticed it is not a one-time massage. It is just part of your healing schedule, but it needs to be made time for within your healing schedule so that you can really pay special attention to the places that really need it. Now I'm just feeling around Laurel's womb, and the next point that we go to, if you feel like the middle of Laurel's abdomen is her belly button, we're gonna make it like a clock. We started right here at the womb, and we're gonna go at intervals of about 45 degrees. The corner, the side, the upper corner, the very top, the next upper corner, side, bottom corner, and then we're gonna end up being at the womb again. So that's kind of the direction you wanna go. We're gonna do that next spot, and I really feel like these first, all these points right here in the womb for the lower part of the womb, those are going to be the most poignant. They're gonna give the most pressure to the area that really needs it the most. So your first 2 points are extremely important for you as the therapist or for you as the person getting the therapy to feel your womb. And in this next spot to feel if there's more tension or less tension or any pain at all. Now, Laurel, did you feel anything different with this particular spot?
Yeah, I feel a little bit of pain.
A little bit of pain.
It feels like maybe my ovary is delicate.
Is that too much pressure right there?
No.
Okay. And it is really good to just keep communication together because you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to have the person tense up against your pressure. So you're trying to manage a level of pressure that isn't too much. We don't want to be causing more pain. We just want to feel the body out and give it the attention it needs, give it the pressure that it needs without being over the top. So just holding that pressure steady and then coming out with the out breath. You can really feel as that out breath happens, the release of some of that tension. You'll get a little bit more circulation right away. Did you feel another kind of burst of circulation as we let up?
Yeah, like instant like relief and almost like happiness. It feels
Instant
good.
relief and happiness. That's so good. So, I think I'm going to put the camera kind of right on Laurel's tummy just to show where those points are. We're going to start with the midpoint right in the uterus, kind of right up to where the pelvic bone is. Then we're going to move to the side, kind of 45-degree angle, right inside the hip. The very side, the upper corner, the very top, the other corner, off to this side, and we're gonna end up on the left of the body, and then ultimately we're gonna end with the womb again. So I'll just go through those movements and see how Laurel feels. The movements up on top are not gonna be addressing the womb so much as the bottom. So if you're really just wanting to concentrate on the womb, you really can just stay on these 3 womb points, the very center and both sides of the womb. And really just stay in communication with the person that you're working on, so that if they have fibroids they can feel, you can pinpoint those and actually spend time there where they really need it. The entire stomach compression will help digestion overall. We've learned through recent science that the gut has as many neurons as the brain, and they are very interconnected. They communicate all the time. So when I hear Laurel's diet and what she's done with her incredible, just way of living, and not having sugar, changing a lot of maybe unhealthy habits that we pick up. We all have them. But for this specific time, if you have fibroids going on, it would be a wonderful way to just implement kind of a whole body strategy. Physical body definitely has to do with what's happening, but emotionally and spiritually as well. Coming to terms with yourself, who you are, the emotional problems or the emotional stresses that you've had to handle, they all kind of interweave into the way that our body handles stress. So we're gonna just move on to this other side. I really want to get to Laurel's that left side of the womb. You can continue to go around the digestive system, and we're gonna just get right into that third point. I'm gonna keep my palm kind of right next to Laurel's hip, and just slowly, with Laurel's breath as she breathes in really deep, feel where that womb tension is, and just get a little bit deeper with every breath for about 3 breaths. See, that second breath, that felt like we definitely got into a little bit more of a tense spot. The tissue feels a little more dense there. And we'll just have just the teeniest more pressure into that. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna stay with this pressure for a few breaths before we release. And right now we're telling the brain, we're telling the body, we're telling the womb, we're telling the heart, we're here for you. We hear that there is something going on, we feel it, and we're gonna put some good intention and some good energy right here. I believe that we all have the ability to be abundantly healthy. I see Laurel, in my experience of hers, that she's a vibrant, healthy, incredibly energetic, brilliant woman with so much to do in this world, and the energy is just going to flow through her however she needs in her healing. When you have 2 people believing that for you in the moment, it's quite powerful.
I can actually feel like I don't know, maybe some pulse or some energy. Like I can feel it more now, whereas before it was like dead or numb.
Yeah, you were saying the last couple months, or since January, it's felt like you don't maybe feel your womb as much, and it felt numb and kind of disconnected. This is a great way to reconnect, for sure. And you feel how we're just bringing everything to that spot, allowing it to be what it is. If there's pain, it's okay. If there's a little tension, we can accept it.
Okay.
Because we all go through this pain and tension in life. Our bodies are no different. It's like, it's okay.
Thank
It's
you.
okay that we have this happening, and together we can really just move whatever needs to be moved through.
Amen.
We have layers of this. It can't all be done in one day. One healing session might not do the trick. You could have spontaneous, miraculous healing that is quite evident everywhere in the world. That happens. But I would say the best method for change is kind of a lifestyle shift. And I think that's what Laurel has shown, that she's shown me and been so inspiring. Even though she's amazingly healthy and wonderful, incredible before, I've seen her shift to such a strong, grounded, emotionally capable place that we all need her her inspiration, her creativity, her intelligence. Thank you for sharing with us, Laurel. And thank you for being vulnerable right here in this space.
Thank you.
It's not easy to put your tummy out on Facebook. But I appreciate Laurel. I appreciate every one of you guys being here with us. It's a really important thing to take care of our wombs and to show our daughters that it's okay to take time for ourselves. Women are slightly different than men, or completely different. You know, depending on the spectrum, we have some special issues, and it's okay to take care of these specialized issues. For a long time in medical history, the uterus wasn't even talked about. So we're all still learning, we're all still growing. I'm just so happy to be here learning and growing. This is the part where I'm going to start taking the tension off slowly, and I can just feel it within myself how much was released with that spot.
Wow.
As I lifted up my pressure with Laurel's breath, it felt so much different. The density of the tissue will change. The density of the tissue shifted already. So that means there's more circulation in there. There's more ability and capacity for the womb to circulate, and it's just a beautiful system. Our body knows how to heal. Our body knows how to cleanse these places. When we're overwhelmed with things, it does slightly less of a job. If we get sluggish and our circulation is down, we do slightly less of a great job healing. So this is a wonderful way to just bring back some energy to the womb, bring back attention, and you know, in 20 minutes or so, you've got a great healing modality that can really help shift the energy in your body. And when your root chakra's energy is moving more clearly, you have much more energy. You have much more vitality. The circulation of your womb is kind of your root chakra energy manufacturing zone.
Wow.
This is where life comes from. This is where our life comes from. Not just to give life to others, but to live it for ourselves.
Wow.
This
That's
is where
deep.
our life force is.
Thank
And
you.
it's right here. So as we bring more circulation to the womb, we bring more circulation to the entire body, to the heart, to the spirit. And I just encourage you to try that. When I finish this technique, I go around the belly button with my hand. What we're doing here is just bringing all the energy to a very specified place. And then actually bring that around energetically as well. We're gonna
I feel that.
tap into this energy, bring it in, bring it up, and pull with your heart and with your mind and with your imagination. Anything that is not necessary for Laurel, anything that Laurel is done with, any trauma and excess stress that have just rolled off of this body right now can just be moved up and out. And you just kind of pull it and shake it off, like a shake. Give your hand a shake after you pull that energy. Literally shake it off. You just imagine that energy swirling, and then you shake it off. We're gonna end with having a little bit of crystal healing help here. So rose quartz.
This is, by the way, the lady that gave me the yoni egg.
I'm a yoni egg.
I have a yoni egg just like this rose quartz.
Yeah,
And
this could be a
I made
yoni
them a
egg.
video. They saw it. I made them a video about the yoni
Oh, that's
egg.
awesome.
It's so powerful. It's so amazing. I can't even tell you, within 2 days of making the video, like I wore it after I made the video.
Yeah.
And within 2 days, like I had the most amazing weekend. I had the most amazing experience. Like I want to go put it on right now.
It did fill you with energy.
Oh,
Yeah.
love.
Energy
and
and
it
love
solves-
and just centeredness.
Solves the fighting. Like it's beautiful.
Yeah, so this actually can be worn internally. And as Laurel said, it's wonderful. It feels great. And I myself wear mine as often as I can, as often as I feel, inclined, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's great. We'll put a little sound into these crystals. First that high tone, and then I will just come in with the didge, and you'll hear some of that didge. So, I think we'll just leave Laurel in this space of healing. If you get some therapy, let us know about it, Laurel. How does that feel to you?
It's so awesome. I can feel it vibrate through my whole body. I love the didge so much. I can't even tell you. They've heard me talk about it more than once. They're like, what's a didgeridoo? I mean, not everybody, but... And Poppy made a picture of us.
Poppy made a picture.
There's
Okay, let me show you.
Okay, she'll tell you.
This is you and this is her.
Oh my gosh, let's put that up close. That is really sweet. Here we are. Thank you, Poppy.
You're welcome.
We've got our artist on site.
And also this one is the off
Anybody can learn didgeridoo. Look up how to play didgeridoo or find somebody that plays in your area or come up and see us.
Yeah. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Powerful.
Thanks for being with us. I appreciate your energy and your time.
She has sparkles on her phone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, but no gentlemen.
Wait, this is the off one.
Oh yeah, there's the off one, and I am out. This was so relaxing. It is time for me to just relax for the rest of the day with Poppy and Tawny. I thank you guys so much for being here. This was so beautiful and so powerful, and I can't wait to do this again. I have missed having this. All right, are we out?
Here we are. We get our good cuddle on, and that's really wonderfulness too.
All right. Thanks for watching,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye.
Thanks for coming, Tawny. Bye.